Hello everybody. I told you it'd get started. It is about 8:20 tonight and I'm excited. We have a bunch of questions I see here on Facebook that people had, so we're definitely going to hit those. They are on the 1090 page with Young Living Diamond, Shannon, Hudson. And if you're not already a member of that, you can pop on there. Let's see, who do we have? I'm in. Yes. Fantastic. Hey Mindy, glad to have you on the call. Who else do we got out there already? See the numbers rolling in there. Misty's in the house. Hey, Misty, Katie. Let's see. Who else? Oh, why am I so fast? So many people so quick. Hi, guys. North Carolina, Swartz Creek. Carla's in the house. More from Texas, New York. This is your first scope. Well, welcome. It's going to be a lot of fun. Who else do we have in here today? We got Nebraska. We got Kathy. We got Ohio. Let's see, Iowa, headed to Road to Royal. How fun. Wonderful. Mississippi, New York, Arkansas. We got Wisconsin. Another one heading to Road to Royal. You guys are going to have such an amazing time. Hey, my Florida people. Montana, Texas, Lansing. Aw, thank you, Laura. Minnesota, Illinois, Linda from Michigan, Arizona. Awesome. Well, we're going to have a nice big call because we are covering, let's see, we're going to cover the basics of 1090. So for some of you guys, this might be like a total, we've already covered it, but it's not one of the recorded ones. And Brian wanted me to tell you guys that he will upload the Periscopes the second I let him have my phone. He says it's not his fault because every time he needs it, I'm already using it. So I'm thinking he needs to do it when I'm sleeping is my plan. But he's going to try to get those all done tonight, hopefully, and get those loaded on. And the reason we're doing a basic today is because the basic one that I did at the beginning didn't get recorded. I didn't know how to do that at the time. Yay! Did you like the 12 Oils of Ancient Scripture video? Was that turning out good? I'm loving doing the webinars, you guys. I am really having a lot of fun. It's all technical stuff I'm not familiar with and used to doing, but I'm really having a good time doing it. So I hope you guys are enjoying it. All right, so the basic. It's frozen. Your screen is frozen. That's really quick. That's not a good sign. Where's the 12 oils video? You can go to my website. My website is shannonhudsonyl.com. And on there, we repost like everything we do. So we have a webinar series that we're doing every Wednesday, and it's on the 12 systems of the body. We've also included things like the 12 oils of ancient scriptures, toxins, a raindrops class. So it's 12 different systems that we're doing, and we do the webinars at 2 o'clock live on Wednesdays, and then we post those as videos. They're on our YouTube channel, and they are also on my website, so you can listen to them. If you go to the website, you will also have access to the PowerPoints. So if you're somebody that wants to teach classes or wants to be able to talk to people and even do one-on-ones, you can just take the PowerPoints, download them. It costs around $7 to have them laminated and a spiral binder put on them, and you can use them as a flip chart to be able to teach classes. So that's all available right on our website. So when we talk, you're so welcome. So when we talk to when I say do classes and meetings, I'm not just telling you to go do it. I'm giving you the how to do it. My website, again, is Shannon Hudson. That is my name. YL, that's my game. And it's shannonhudsonyl.com. And you can go there. And when you click on the link for the PowerPoints, it will actually take you to, not the cloud, it will take you to Dropbox. And then you can just upload it. It's an actual PowerPoint that you can edit, put all your info. You don't have to leave any of my information on there, that we made it, that we did anything. Absolutely. Modify the PowerPoints away. Just keep them compliant, which means only use the words that Young Living has given us. And on that, that's one of the things I was going to talk to tonight. Have you guys seen, can you guys read this? It's backwards. You won't be able to read it at all. All right, well, I'm going to tell you what this is. This is Young Living's suggested product claims, and I'm constantly telling you how Young Living is doing so much for us. So see the print? See, this is really teeny tiny print. This document is the newest one. I just went and printed it off, and it is 1, 2, I don't even know, it's like a book. I bet you this is 80 pages thick. Look at all of this on here of product claims that we can make that Young Living has already validated. So if you go and you use our PowerPoint, you can update all of the new information because they've added claims since we've been doing this. So there's more things, and they've solidified everything in this. They have solidified whether an oil is going to be aromatic, topical, or whether it is going to be a dietary supplement. So this is like the newest information. So if it were me and I were you, I would go get this. And what I was going to do is I'm going to take, for our peeps, I'm going to take each and every claim that they make. So this one right here says Aroma Ease. It is aromatic. It is topical. Let's see, it contains peppermint, spearmint, ginger, cardamom, and fennel. It offers a clean, nurturing aroma. It provides a comforting aroma when applied to the neck and chest. You diffuse it to create calm and relaxing aromatic environment. It includes the naturally occurring constituents menthol, L-carvone, zingberine. Okay, that one's just fun to say. And linalool. And this one right here, it goes on to tell you the product description. So what I'm recommending, this is the world according to Shannon. Take this chart that Young Living has made for us. And on here, pick the things that hit you hard, like stuff that you usually talk to. So say you are used to doing, yes, it's under the Sharing Young Living the Right Way. So say you work with a lot of moms. So they got a lot of little kids. And there's certain products that you would use a lot because you're working with people with moms, right? So take that particular stuff that you would normally share and copy those onto a piece of paper and shorten it up so it's about this big. All right. Then I want you to take those and get them laminated and put a little hole on them, and you can carry them around like a keychain. So when you're talking to somebody about, let's say you're somebody that talks to people that are trying to have the strong, beautiful, healthy physique, you can cut out BLM in everything that it says on BLM, because that stands for bones, ligaments, and muscle. So you have a cheat sheet when you're talking about it. You could do the same thing with wintergreen. Wintergreen is in here and what we can say and do with it. So I would take all of those words, cut that out, put wintergreen there. Maybe raindrops would be one that I would cut out and I would put on there. So you have this little cheat sheet of stuff that if somebody is talking to you and you're somebody that deals with a lot of people that want that amazing physique, those are products you can talk about because you have all of the up-to-date information on them. So those are some things that you can do with the tools that Young Living is giving us. You can also, like I said, take those PowerPoints that we work with and turn them into your own little flip chart. You can pick and choose stuff that you want to use, stuff you don't want to do. The one we did this past Wednesday was the 12 oils of ancient scripture, but we have done the fabulous physique. We have done the digestive system. We have done all these different systems that we should all know how to work with, and we're not sure what products we can use. We made them for you. We did it. So you can just use those, share those, use them with your people. Thank you. With it, that's the idea. We're trying to bless other people. Where do you get our Dropbox information? If you go to my website, shannonhudsonyl.com, and you go to the videos page, on the video page, you can watch the video, and then right underneath it, there's a little blue, I don't know, it's like this big little blue, I'm sorry, it's not blue, it's red. And underneath it, you'll just click on that. It says download PowerPoint. And you click there, it takes you right to the Dropbox link. It's available all the time. What color personality am I? I don't know. I'm so many bits and pieces of so many things. I couldn't even come up with what color I am. Shannon, you're so generous. Thank you. You know, my theory is this. God gave us the oils. God gave us the knowledge that we have. God gave us our abilities. I might as well share them with other people. Right? So that's what I do. That's what networking is about, is sharing your knowledge with other people. So that's what we do. So again, on to the 1090 challenge. You guys know this is one of my heartbeats, okay? So this paper right here is already on our website on the 1090 page, Facebook 1090 page, and you can upload it. And this is our challenge because people keep saying, what exactly is the challenge? And we are going to go in depth. The challenge is helping you have some massive action in your team. And what it is you're going to go out every single day, and you're going to talk to 10 people in some way, shape, or form every day, something about Young Living. This is not where you're not teaching classes to 10 different people. This is just being out and about. And this is one of the tools. This also is on, can you see it? This is on the web, on our Facebook page as well. And this is just one of the flyers. You can use whatever you want. This one is in color, but if I were trying to be cost effective, I would do it in black and white. And I would also make it where you have half of the sheet be one and half another. So I can just hand out half a sheet to everybody. You could actually do it where there's 4 on a sheet. But what this is a list of the next 4 classes that we're teaching in the area. So on September 14th, it has the beautiful brain and nervous system. September 21st is lovely lungs and invaluable immune system. The September 28th is loving on your lymphatic system. So it's just the next 4 classes. On the bottom of the flyer, it says, for more information, a free consultation, or a free CD on the wonderful world of young living, please contact Shannon Hudson with the New Hope Educational Services Holistic Life Coach. Or you can also go to my website, which I have listed, and then I have my phone number here. The name of the Facebook page is, I always get it wrong, it is 1090, why can I not remember the name of our Facebook page? It is 1090 Plan with Young Living Diamond, Shannon Hudson. 1090 Plan with Young Living Diamond, Shannon Hudson. And so you can pull up those. So this is the tool that I typically use. So what I do when I'm doing my 1090, this is when you've decided for the next 90 days, I'm going to do something different. For 90 days, I'm going to go out there and I'm going to make it happen. I'm going to talk to people and I'm going to put myself out there. People say all the time, but I don't talk to people. I don't know anybody. Then you're going to be in the same spot next year. Now, it's not going to change. It takes a conscious decision to say this far and no further. I'm ready for my next. I'm tired of sitting at whatever level, you fill in the blank. And so this is when you get out of your comfort zone, you leave your house, and you go out and you share. And what I typically do is I use this flyer, and I can walk up to complete strangers and say, hey, do you live in the area? Doesn't matter what they're doing. They can be sitting on their phone. They can be sitting at a park bench. They can be in a store. They could be absolutely anywhere. And I literally can just say, here. And I hand this. When you do this to somebody, I'm telling you, people just reach out ordinarily and they just grab it. So they'll take the flyer. Some of them will look at it. And I typically say, here, we've got health and wellness classes that we do in the area. We're just trying to get the word out. If you're not interested, can you pass that to somebody else that's interested in health and wellness? And they'll look at it, and most of the people will take the flyer, they will fold it up, and they'll be like, okay, yeah, sure, I can pass that on, and they'll set it aside. But if a few people say, really, your beautiful brain and nervous system, what are you going to be talking about with the brain? I go, oh, it's going to be a fantastic class. We're going to be talking about how to keep our brain functioning the way it's supposed to so that we remember where we left our car keys. Ha, 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 right? So I make it a joke, and they're like, oh, man, that'd be great. You know, if they ask me 2 questions, I'm going to go ahead and set up an appointment. But the concept is just talk to people. And if you're not doing classes, because I've seen somebody just type that, what if I'm not doing classes yet? Then you can use any flyer. So say you have a class, a flyer that you download where you have, I don't have any of the pre-made flyers, but you can order from a ton of different places CD flyers that you can get like I don't know, 25 for $5, that type of a thing, that somebody has made and created. That's not my gifting, that's other people's giftings. Young Living has bookmarks that you can get from Young Living Gear, that you get like 50 of them for I don't know how much, but it goes over each of the basic oils that we have, a little description, and you can hand those out. You can use anything. The item you hand out is not the most important part. It's not about that. It's about chit-chatting and talking with people when you're out and about. It's about getting yourself out of, it makes you go out and talk to people. That's what this does. A tear-off flyers. Thank you. That's what I was talking about. This is about making you go do something you would not have done before. It's getting you around enough people that you're going to start finding people that are interested. Because I'll hear people say all the time, gosh, I talked to my sister and my aunt and my cousin and none of them want to do it. I guess I can't do this. Really? That's 3 people out of the universe. There's so many more people that are out there, but you don't see them because they're not your personal sphere. This is about moving beyond your sphere of influence to the rest of the world around you. Don't make me sing the song, these are the people in your neighborhood, right? Because I'll do it. This is who I'm talking about. I'm talking about all those other people. Making a contact, as addicting it is, once you start doing this, it's just this exciting game, and you can see how many people you can get done in a day. I had somebody message me, I did 24 in a day. Like, yes, that's what I'm talking about. It becomes this exciting challenge. And then after you've gotten to where you're doing this, because we're here now on day 11. So we've been doing this since the 1st of September, which is exciting, right? So we've been doing this. That means if you've actually been doing your 10 a day, that means you have been out there and spoke with about 110 people right now. So whether you've set up an appointment, I'm behind. It's okay. This is about starting where you are and being okay with it. But if you've been doing it consistently, you're at that about 110 mark. Probably out of that, you have, I invited the receptionist at the salon the other day to a class, and she invited her mom. See, and her mom bought a kit. How exciting. That's what I'm saying. You never know where a connection is going to lead you. This is just go out there and do it. Go out there and do it. Because here's the number. Are you ready? Yes, total strangers. Here's your numbers if you have not looked at this before. So if you go out and you do your 10 a day, right? So you do your 10 a day, that's 300 basic contacts in a month. If only 10% of those basic contacts set up an appointment, that is 30 appointments, 30 one-hour appointments that you did in a month. If only half of those decide to enroll, that is 15 new members in your team in that short period of time. Would you be excited to have 15 new people enroll this month? You better tap those hearts, because I know you people will be like, oh my gosh, I have 15 new people, right? We'll be excited. That means the message is going, yes, yes, yes. You would be very excited. See, they said it with an enthusiastic there. The little egghead, very happy about it. Going for the gold. Yes, you'd be happy, right? Hex yes. Yes, I get it. So that is 15 people, but let's go a little bit further. What would happen if only half of those new members duplicated the process and host one meeting in their first 10 days? So only half of them, right? If only half of them do that, and each meeting 2 people enroll. So they host a little party at their house. They have their closest sister, brother, and uncle, and they enroll 2 at each meeting. That is 16 new members in depth. In addition to your 15, don't forget about those. That's a total of 31 new people in 1 month with massive action. But it doesn't stop there, because those people are now duplicating a system that requires what? 90 days of 10 a day, 90 days of getting the message out there. So month 2, you give the challenge to all of your new members and you partner with them. You focus on 2 to help those 2 new legs, which means in month 2, you can have 31 new members plus 31 from last month, plus those guys go in depth. They've got 31 underneath them. That means at the end of your 2nd month of massive action, you can have 124 new people in your organization. See, this isn't just you. This is you partnering with other people. 124 people by the end of next month. Who thinks that's going to help them change rank? Right? So when I'm having you guys tell me, what rank do you want to be? Where do you want to go? What is it that you want? Why do you want it? It's because if you just get out of your comfort zone and you go, I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to walk up to people and I'm just going to go, right? Just in the beginning. Is that how you went diamond? Yes, that's how I did it. We got into Young Living. I sponsored 4 people my first month, every Thursday. Boom, boom, boom. Sponsored a person. Went out, shared. Because I had to. The next month, I found out that there was money to be made in Young Living. I had no clue that there was money to be made. I thought networking didn't work. I tried all that kinds of stuff, doesn't work. But once I found out, we went silver the next month. It took me from the day we enrolled to the day we went silver was less than 90 days. 2 months later, we went gold. I mean, it's just been a continual process. And anytime I am moving for my next, that's what I do. I partner with somebody and I say, come on, let's do this. And I help them succeed, because that's the next step I want to talk about. So 10 a day is the challenge. That's what that is. 10 a day. That means that you're out there chit-chatting with people. But I want to give you another piece to that pie, because we haven't really covered this part yet, because that's only one piece. The 10 a day, after you get your 10 a day and you got your habit going on and you're just giving out your 10, because for some of you, you're still in the smile zone. Some of you, the very first thing I told you is if you can't actually go out and enroll somebody right now, or you can't actually give them a flyer, I want you just to smile at them. I want you just to walk around and start smiling. Smile at 10 people a day. Put that out there. You know, not creepy. Don't be doing creepy smiles. But I want you to be fun. I want you to have a good time. I want you to take your face off of your phone. Stop looking down. Look up to where the people are. Go out and find them. Go to the parks. Go to the beaches. Go to the mall. Go to Where's other places you can meet people? The library. You can go everywhere. There are people everywhere. They really are. It's like they're just everywhere. But the problem is we just don't look for them. We're not looking for people. And I want you to get your head out of your phone. And my husband says that sounds like I'm saying your head out of something else, but you know where your head is right now. Let's just get your head back where it needs to be. Start smiling at people and acknowledging people. Okay, so that's one step. Start the acknowledging, and then start handing something out. Start doing something. That you smiling right now. I love it. Thank you. I try to be one. I want you to start doing that. Now, your next step to that is setting up appointments. So you're out there and you're sharing your 10 and you're sharing your 10. And I want you to start looking for people that are asking questions. That's kind of how I choose to do it. If somebody asks me a question, so I hand them this flyer and they say, oh, what are you going to be talking about with your lovely lunch, And a small town still has a ton of people. If you think people in small towns can't do it, you ask Melissa Pepping. Melissa Pepping has a town, I don't remember her numbers, but I swear it was under 600 people. And she was able to take it to Crown Diamond. Terry Seacrest says that when she got into Young Living, she was surrounded by farmland. That's all that she had. And she would sit on her horse and answer the phone and take phone calls because she just worked at getting her phone ringing. This is the same thing. This is getting people out there. 85 people, that rocks. So you're doing your sharing, right? I get so distracted. I get so excited by your questions. So if somebody asks me a question, real quick. So if they say, what do we got here? Your immune system. Your immune system. You're teaching a class on your immune system. What do you think about the immune system? Oh my gosh, your immune system is absolutely amazing. It was designed and created to function, 100%. We're going to be going over how to make it function the way it's supposed to, what nutrients it needs to be able to function the way it's supposed to. It's going to be phenomenal. You should join us. Come on out. Grab a couple of your friends. Meet us over there. We have a lot of samples. You get to try a lot of stuff. We'd love to have you there. And then I start to walk away. And if they ask me another question, I'm going to answer that question. So they say, well, exactly. I see you're talking about the lungs. What are you going to be doing with the lungs? What samples are you talking about? Because I get that back because we like to share oils in our classes. And I say there's going to be lots of samples. People like free stuff. And so they'll say, well, what kind of samples? I say, well, we're going to be working with essential oils. We're going to have several of them on hand for you to really be able to experience and see how they work in the body. But come on out. It's at 7 o'clock. You can definitely come as my guest. Just let them know that Shannon invited you. My name is on the flyer. Bring that with you and we'll see you then. And I start to step away again. So that's 2 questions I answer quickly. Did you notice I did not talk science? I did not give them chemical constituents. I didn't answer their question on what I would do for lungs. Did you notice that? I didn't answer that question. My answers were come to the class. That's where the information is. Because I want to be able to sit down and really go in depth. I want to be able to inspire them to not only help their own health and have that vibrant life, but I want them to realize there's a world of people that still need the help. That they're not the only one. And I cannot do that in 2 minutes standing there talking in a line. That's not my goal of going out there. I definitely want them coming towards me because then they're following you. Does each person get a sample at your classes? We pass around oil bottles throughout the class. So yeah, they do. They don't get to take anything with them, but they do get to experience any of the oils we're talking about. I'm thinking I may Periscope my Monday class. I haven't decided yet that we're doing this Monday because we do those classes every Monday. And I was thinking about possibly Periscoping it so you guys can see what it is I do in my classes. So that can kind of give you a better idea. Please do, please, please, please. I knew that was going to happen if I asked. I haven't decided. No, I shouldn't have mentioned it. We'll see what we decide to do. So anyways, when they come, and so people come to the meetings with the flyers that other people have sent out. So it's not just myself that's advertising for the classes. You guys are cracking me up. It's everybody in our team that's doing the same thing. So we're all advertising for the same class, and that's part of how we get more people in the class is because there's not just one person trying to get a bunch of people there. We partner together to get a whole bunch of them. So they come to the class from that. Now, the other thing that happens is if they ask me a second question, so if they say, third question rather. So if I've said, come to the class, bring your friends, it's going to be great, and I start to walk away, and they say, well, what exactly oils do you work with? Or they say, hey, where's it located? Or any other question that they ask. A third question, for me, I set up an appointment immediately. If they do that, I will walk back over to where they are. Usually it's only 2 or 3 stops, and I'll come over and I'll go, you know what? I have some information that would absolutely blow your mind. I would love to sit down and go over that with you. I will be at Panera Bread tomorrow. I'm there I'm there at 11. If you want to come like around 12, I'll be happy to answer any of your questions. Now, at this point, they have come towards me 3 times. 3 times I've walked away. And there's something psychologically that happens when you keep taking away the thing that somebody's looking for. And so in that process, when I say, I would be happy to sit down with you. So this is when I set up a one-on-one. That's what I'm doing there at Panera Bread. I'm going to talk to them for 30, maybe 45 minutes, sometimes up to an hour. But usually I have another appointment every hour. So it would be pretty quick and in and out. And so typically the response when I say, I'd be happy to sit down and chat with you, the answer is almost 100% of the time, are you sure you don't mind? You would do that for me? Oh my gosh, thank you so much. Any of those lines are what I get. It's absolutely astounding to me when people go, I don't know how to set up an appointment. I have people so grateful that I'm willing to share with them. But remember, how many times have I taken it away? I've taken it away 3 times. Now, and this is called pre-qualifying people. So again, if I were to go by how many people do I hand a flyer out, do I sign up? Well, my rates wouldn't be that great because I hand out 10 a day, 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 10 a day. Catching that? So it's 10 a day, but out of those 10, 2 or 3 people will ask a question. And out of those 2 or 3, 1 or 2 ask 3 questions. If they ask 3 questions, I set up an appointment. And then I get together at the one-on-one, and I'm quick. I go over my favorite way still. My favorite way is to actually use the catalog. And when I use the catalog, I do a very quick introduction. I'm not going to do that right now. Maybe I'll do that maybe tomorrow. I'll show you guys how I go over the catalog. And I introduce them, I show them the catalog, and that's how I do it. Nobody asks me if I'm a medical professional because I don't talk about medicine. I don't talk about any of that. If somebody's doing yoga or anything, nobody says, hey, are you a medical yoga specialist? No, I'm just talking about having amazing high energy. So nobody ever asks me about that. It's just not a question that comes up. It's how you present yourself. It's what is your lead in? Are you talking about diseases? If you are, that's why they're asking that question. If you're just talking about having these lovely, amazing immune system, that's how I do it. So how many sign up during a one-on-one? For me, now keep in mind, I do this a lot. I've been doing this for a long time. If somebody sits down with me, they enroll in Young Living. That's just how it is. Every time that I enroll a new person, I help them to get at least 2 or 3 people in their first week enrolled underneath them. That is my promise to people, is that I'm going to help them be able to at least pay for their kit. Because if they enroll 3 people, they get their kit for free, is kind of how it works with our compensation plan. So that's kind of like I definitely have to do that for people. That's one of the things that I put out there for everyone. So that's kind of the step. So if you're out there doing your 10 a day, 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 this is how I want you now to start making that switch. You're doing your 10 a day. You're doing more conversation. You're talking with them. You're chit-chatting with them more. You're asking quick questions. From the moment I bring up Young Living to the moment I walk away is minutes. Just minutes. I think I'm going to have some of the people that we have enrolled this way start sharing their stories of how they got introduced so you guys can hear. It truly is just minutes and minutes and minutes. Would love for you to walk through your one-on-one steps. I think I'll do that one day this week. I'm going to go over the catalog and show you guys how I do that because I think that would be very helpful to show you exactly what it is that I do. Thanks for encouraging me at convention. Forgive me for being emotional. You are so inspired. Oh, you're so welcome. You're absolutely welcome. You guys are just too sweet. So those are some of your steps. Now I want to answer some of the questions that I've seen coming up. So your first thing is 10 a day no matter what. And I see a lot of people posting on there. I did 3, I did 5, I did 7. I want to put this out there, and I know I've said it before, but I'm going to say it again. If you choose to do the 10 a day, and you say, I'm going to do 10 a day, and specifically 10 is the number you choose, I think 10 is non-negotiable. If you've said to yourself, I'm going to do 3, or I'm going to do as many as I can, or you've left it open, that's one thing. But if you literally say the words, I'm going to do 10 a day for 90 days and see what happens. I'm going to see if this crazy Shannon lady is right. Because, I mean, truthfully, what if I am? What if everything I'm telling you really does work? Now, I don't know what's going to happen for you. I don't know what your odds are when you sit down and do a one-on-one with people. I don't know what your odds are when you're doing 10. I know for a lot of people, when they start doing 10 a day, it can take 30 plus days before they're able to set up one single solitary appointment. But what if you kept doing it and it worked? What would change? That's all I'm saying. We have in our hands the ability to create anything that you want. You have in your hands the ability to change your tomorrow. So just go out there and try. Just go out there and put the effort in. And if you say you're going to do 10, do 10. Not 9, not 8, not 3. If you're choosing 10, then you need to get out there and actually do your 10. If you're already home and cozy for the day and you're like, oh, I only did 7, but 7 is better than nothing. Yes, it is, but it's not the promise you made to yourself. So you're not breaking a promise to me. You're not disappointing me. My life rocks. My income is amazing as a young living diamond. You guys have seen the income disclosure. It's phenomenal. The promise you're breaking is a promise to yourself. You said you were going to do it. You got to get out there and finish what you started. That's all I'm saying. Finish it. Finish it. Be excited. Know that, oh my gosh, I did it. Even if all you do is go put your slippers on right now, walk out to a Walmart because you know everybody's within 10 minutes of a Walmart, walk in the parking lot, hand it to a couple people walking in and get back in your car. Right? I'm just saying, does contacting on social media count? Absolutely. If you are now reading and playing on social media does not count. Doing a generic thing out there to social media does not count. But doing specific, contacting people and talking to people, absolutely that counts. But it has to be new people. This can't be 10 people that you talked to 7 months ago and you're getting back with them. Those are great. Those are important. You better be doing your follow-up. You better be setting appointments with people that you haven't done anything with. But they don't count for 10. I wish Walmart was 10 away. Okay, so maybe not everybody's 10 minutes from a Walmart, but you know what? There is something open even if it's a gas station. I do not accept the excuse that there's not. I don't accept the excuse. I have some people say, but Shannon, you don't understand. I don't have a car during the day. My husband works and, I just can't get out. Really? Because you have neighbors. You can go door to door. People did it for years. When somebody's collecting cans for the school, they go out and do it. Partner with a friend and go do it. Partner with someone in your team and have them drive. There's always a way. If you buy your excuse, you have bought your excuse. You're literally accepting the excuses that you're making for yourself. Nobody listens to me. You're right. You called it. You said it. You made it. Someone posted library the other day for their 10. It was so helpful. See? That's why I love you guys sharing and telling each other different stuff. All right, so other questions. Let me go to my little sheet here and see what you guys have. I'm looking at my Facebook right now, so if you have questions, you can throw them up there. Let's see. Misty Heart Bell says, I get how approaching people online or sitting next to people, striking up a conversation, but how do I approach a person who isn't in line or sitting down and they're just minding their own business? I smile and say, hi. Hi, how you doing? And the people are always like, hey, good. It doesn't matter how bad they are. We all say what? Oh, we're good. We're fine. I'm awesome. So I say, hi, listen, we've got health classes coming up in the area, and I hand out my flyer. Here you go. Now, typically, I'm looking for people that are smiling and they're eye contact and they're looking around because those are the typical kinds of people that will share. A mom group, what? A mom group is a great spot, she said, to hand out flyers and talk to other people and share information with. Misty, that's what I do. I just say hi loud and people look up. I'm like, hey, hi, how are you? Great. I've been known to sit down at tables with people when they're at a restaurant and, like an outdoor cafe or in a mall and they're sitting there. I say, hey, is anybody sitting here? And I sit down and I go, hey, I am looking for people that live in the area. Do you live here? And they're like, yes, no, maybe so. So that's the quick ones that I do. Do you give them to store employees? What I do in a store is if it's not a franchise, I will walk in and I'll say, hey, is it okay if I leave these here for your clients, for your people? We're doing classes in the area and I'd love to be able to get this out to everybody in the area. So that's one of the ways that you can do it. And then I'll ask them where they want me to set them. I've had some places say, sure, if you bring me a stack of them, we'll put them in the bags. Okay, I can do that. And they'll just put them in the bags and then I'll hand it to the person behind the counter and say, here, would love to have you come as well. I see that people are asking about some of the different companies that you can do. I have noticed that the more I do this, the more people talk to me first. Eye contact helps, absolutely. Just got on what flyers you guys talking about. Any flyer that you want to make, you can also purchase flyers. Are you on Marketing Sense? I do have a Marketing Sense account. I love it. I use it for the follow-up for people. I like to put their email address in there and it sends them the regular newsletters, and I absolutely love that. What's on the flyers? You can look at my flyer on my 1090 page, and we already have that uploaded, so you can check that there. I usually just have the upcoming classes that we have coming because I like to teach. What are some of the other questions that we have? How do I get people into our workshops? I advertise on Facebook and all kinds of groups. I've tried a local newspaper. That didn't work. I'm not sure what will grab their attention. Sometimes you have to play with your descriptions. You notice, here's my flyer. I'll read the descriptions I have just for a couple of the classes here. I have your beautiful brain and nervous system. It says your nervous system allows your body to perceive sensations, to think and to perform all of your movements, both voluntary and involuntary, with over 900,000 miles of sensations. It is composed of your brain, spinal cord, and nerves. Your brain has 100 billion neurons and makes 1 quadrillion connections. Your brain has over 100,000 miles of blood vessels, capillaries, and other transport systems that move 1.5 pints of blood through it every single minute. This beautiful system is the most amazing computer on earth. Your job when it comes to this intricate system, you're the one that gets to choose the input and the fuel used to feed your beautiful brain and nervous system. Come find out how to make it flourish. So sometimes you have to just tweak your descriptions so that people read it and it's something that they want to be a part of, that they have enough, that they have questions. So it doesn't answer any questions. It doesn't talk about oils specifically. It doesn't say what nutrients you need. And you can I post other class descriptions as well? Yes, as a matter of fact, we just had our Building to Diamond 102 webinar, and we were talking about class topics as well. And I have rewritten a bunch of my descriptions for the classes we do, because I do just a bunch of different classes, and I'm going to upload that on our 1090 page as well. So all of the topics, there's probably 30 of them, and they're the topics with the descriptions, so you can use that. And again, a lot of them, if you're totally unfamiliar with how to share and what types of classes to teach, you can go to our website and just copycat us. Listen to the video and then just go through the PowerPoint itself. They're set up so that you can literally just read the PowerPoints, and it's a complete class in and of itself. So we do the introduction for about 15 minutes there of who Young Living is, and you'll find that on the Wonderful World of Young Living, which is another video that's on there. So let's see, what else do we have? So how do you get people to your workshops? Well, that's part of it. It's in the chit chat, it's in the conversation, it's in the relationship, but it's also partnering with other people that are in your organization. And instead of everybody doing 50,000 different meetings, we focus on just a couple of really nice big meetings so that there's the energy behind it. So if you don't have meetings in your area, then you have to go out and start the meetings. When I started doing them, I did them. We had, 15, 20 people that we had just gotten really going, and it was more time effective. I'll tell you, it was just more time effective to have a meeting together and answer everybody's question than it was to try to answer everybody's questions one-on-one, because I wanted to be able to have that time freedom we talk about. So it was just more convenient. And in the classes, it was what I knew about Young Living, and then at that point we had just started learning about some of the oils. I shared on the everyday oils and did some Q&A. Class was over. Let's move on to the next. And the next class I did was a raindrops, because again, it's a basic class. It's a product that had changed my life, dramatically changed my life. So we talked about each of the oils in the kit. See you later, go bye. And that's what we did. I share a lot of oils during the classes. I pass them around. We require for every class we teach, even if it's in a free venue, it is $5 per person to come, and we have the guests come free. And that means whether or not I do make and take or whatever it is always $5 for members, and guests are always free. We also have a few people that are able to get passes because they're extremely low income, but they want to be able to come, and they're users of the products. They love them, and so we make them little passes so that they don't have to say at the door every time, I don't have the money. And they come in and you just take care of people, that way they're not embarrassed. It's just, this is your free pass. And the only people that know that they're using a free pass are the people, okay, now I just told 100 of my closest friends, but you see how we get that. How do you get new signups to enroll a few? It's because we teach purpose. We teach purpose and we teach the business as we're teaching the introduction to Young Living. I definitely want to show you guys what we do. I'm going to do that tomorrow. I'm going to show you how to go through the catalog, how to finish it, and get them signed up at the end. Do you cover the essential? No, I don't. I do not cover the everyday oil kit at the beginning of every class, but I do let them know that's how they're going to get started. That they're going to get this lovely kit. It's got 10 of your basic oils, and you'll get some different ones, and you're going to use those oils on your body or in diffusing. You're going to use all those oils 3 times a day, every single day in some way. And that's the foundation to everything else we talk about. So if the class is immune system, I would still do the introduction, tell them who Young Living is, tell them the history, the seed to seal, what makes them different, my story, all compliant. And then I would say, and when you get started today, you're going to get started with this beautiful kit. It has 10 of your basic oils. These are the oils you're going to use every single day, 3 times a day, everybody in the family. This is your foundation. So when we roll into speaking on the lungs, they already know what they're going to do. The rest of this is extra. So it says, what do you, I missed it. You're going to want to put that one back up there, whoever that was. There was a question. The next question here on the page says, when hosting a make and take, what are the most popular items? We're having one on the 3rd and can only afford 2 or 3. How do we get people to say yes and a price to attend? You know, I have to be honest. I don't do a lot of make and takes. I know, I really don't. I do those like as a fun thing at a park when I'm trying to get the attention of people, but I don't teach a class where I do big make and takes. We have like some crafty people that do that instead. What day is the best day? There's not a bad day to have a meeting. There's not a bad time to have a meeting because you're going to draw to you the people that need it. I do Monday classes at 7 p.m. here in my area, but then we have got people that teach them Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays. We have people that do luncheons. We have people, all kinds of different things. And then I go as a special speaker to my different peoples once a month to support them and that types of things. What time zone are you in? I'm in Eastern Standard. Eastern Daylight. What are we right now? I'm Eastern time zone. Oh my goodness. What if they say the oils are expensive? It means you were not giving them enough information on the purpose. What do you say when they come back at 160 and too expensive? That's funny. Both of you said the same thing. I'm going to cover that tomorrow. Do you do them in your home? No. I did in the very beginning. We had a lot of meetings in my home, but it was really hard on my kids. I have 4 kids. I'm a homeschool mommy, and I was constantly saying, okay, put your stuff away, get your books put away, put everything, get it clean, because I wanted everything to look perfect for everybody coming over, and it wasn't fair for my kids. And so we switched really quick to doing them at hotels and parks and beaches. I like doing stuff on the beaches too. But outside of the home, so my kids had a protected area. Just somewhere where they felt safe and they didn't have to feel like they were always on edge. That was just something we chose to do. What were some of the other questions online? Should we focus on a 101 presentation, one-on-one, and deeper education like your flyer for a big class? My team's been doing a lot of intro group public classes 1 or 2 times a week, but haven't had our contacts come to them yet. Been working on this month with it. This is what I do. I like to change my classes all the time. One, I get really bored really easy. I have the attention span of a gnat. That's why every time you guys are posting stuff, I'm like, what are they saying? Because I get easily distracted, but people get really bored. So not only is it not fun for me to teach the same exact class over and over and over and over, but nobody wants to come hear that over and over and over and over. I want to keep it fresh. I want to keep it exciting. I want to study a new topic and get all excited about how they do it. And that's what I like to do is, how do you find 10 people every day? That's where I'm having the trouble. If you go, squirrel, exactly. See, if you go out of your house and you drive to where you see people, those are people. Those are the people that you stop saying squirrel. Those are the people that you're going to talk to. They're out there. We just don't go looking for them. We tend to stay in our own little comfort zone and we stay all cozy and we worry about us and we're busy. And the grocery store, you could go anywhere. Although we now have had 2 of our people that got kicked out of places. Somebody got kicked out of a Myers. The person that was given their flyer went and showed it to somebody. So Myers called her and said, hey, you can't be doing flyers here. And so that's like the worst thing I've ever heard happen when somebody does it. Honestly, that is the worst thing. So for those of you that are going, what could be the worst thing that could happen? Myers will call and say you can't come back. Okay, you'll be fine, right? Just go to the other places. Where do you pull your info resources for your classes? Right off of Young Living's website. 100%. Everything that is in the PowerPoints that you guys will see came from Young Living's website. That's where it is. It's okay to mess up. That's how you learn. Exactly. I'm terrified that I'll get kicked out. So what do you think will happen? So security's going to come up to you and they're going to grab you by the hair and they're going to drag you to the curb. Is this what you think is going to happen? Like, really? It doesn't happen. You get a phone call. They tell you, go, you can't be here. And you go, okay. And it's all better. It's all fine. Now, I personally have not had any of that happen. I haven't had anybody, I've been thrown out of better places. You guys crack me up. I have not been asked by taser. Oh my gosh. Now I think we're just getting a little excessive. But I literally have not had one person tell me I can't do it at all. I've never had anybody say you can't do that here. But again, and we covered this. This is one of the ones you guys can watch. It's one we've already done, talking about the fact that it's all intention. It's how are you doing it. If you're walking in and you've got your stack of flyers in your hands and you're eyeballing everybody and you're like, here, 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 and you're doing that, well, of course you're going to draw the attention and people are going to feel that way. But they can't kill you. Nobody's going to take your birthday away from you. Exactly. Go, Melissa. That is exactly the truth. Nobody's going to do anything bad. I'm just saying. If you set a class for your neighbors, do you suit their time or just set them regardless? So you're mentioning wine and oils while you're talking about the weather first. I don't usually mention the oils at all. I'll be honest. I talk about upcoming health classes that we have in general. I will say if they ask me a second question, say we're going to be working with essential oils. It's going to be amazing. I don't necessarily go, now my flyer does, so it's not like I'm hiding it. Right here it says Experience Young Living. Down here it says if you'd like a CD on the wonderful world of Young Living. So I do, it's not like I'm hiding it. But that's not my primary because people don't know enough about oils for that to be the only reason that they would come out to a meeting. I'm talking about life in general. I'm talking about getting that vitality back that we're supposed to have. It just takes 30 seconds of unshakable resilience. Just go in there and talk to people. Just go do it. Nothing bad is going to happen to you. So you don't give out a PSK flyer until they come to a class. I don't even know what a PSK flyer is. So I'm going to go with, no, I don't do that. I don't give out flyers in my class either. I have found even when I used to make handouts for people, I would find them all over the tables. They wouldn't take them with them. They would sign up. They're getting enrolled. They're all happy about it, but people don't use the stuff. So I stopped doing it. I make it available on my website. If you want to download more information, it's there. The premium starter kit flyer. Nope, I don't use that flyer at all. I don't use one made by somebody, but you could use that instead of this. I use this because this is what I do. This is what I teach. If you want to get one of the premium starter kit flyers and use those, if you want to get bookmarks and use those, if you want to do business cards and use those, it's not the item. It isn't. It doesn't matter what it is. I could hand you this. See this little sticky right here? I could walk up to a stranger and say, hey, do you live in this area? And I could just give them a sticky. It's not the item. It's the setting up the habit. It's the intention. It's the making you go talk to people. That's what it is. It has nothing to do with the item. You can say, hey, I've got lip balm, and you can put some lip balm on and talk about how nice it is that your lip balm doesn't have anything in it. Right? I love my lip balm. Even if my kids eat my lip balm, I don't have to worry about anything bad happening. What kind of lip balm do you use? It's conversation. I get serious anxiety, and I wish I could say I could feel for you because that's not something that I get. But I'm telling you, if that was my experience, I would grab my Valor. I would grabbing. I'm going to answer that question in a second because it's a good question. But if I had the nervous stomach, I'll tell you, my daughter, I'm just going to use my example. My kids are like, please stop using me. But my daughter, Cassandra, is 18 years old, and she freaks out at tests. We have always homeschooled, so that has always been her experience. And even homeschooling, every time this poor child had a test, she would bite her nails. She would peel her nail polish off. She'd have her peace and calming, and it just freaks her out to take a test. We're all different. So it just terrifies her. Well, she went to get her driver's license a few months ago. And when she took the test, she didn't pass. She was freaked out. She was nauseous. She kept saying, Mom, I feel like I'm going to throw up. I feel like I'm going to throw up. I can't do this. Well, we went yesterday because you're 18 years old. In Michigan, you have to have a driver's license. We do not have good mass transit. We don't have subs. We don't have any of that stuff. You absolutely have to learn, right? So I'm like, babe, you have to do it. So we have been telling her all week, preparing her for it, making her study, because she knows the information, totally has that down. She's a fantastic driver, but you got to push through. You got to go take your test. And so literally when she was there, she goes to fill out the form. She has the clipboard there, and she writes Cassandra, and she says, Mom, what's my middle name? Oh my gosh, what's my middle name? How do I spell it? I'm like, oh my gosh, you're not even to the test yet, and you are flipping out. So we oiled her up, gave her some different ones that I like for it, ones that she likes for it, and she's just like, I don't know, and she fills out the paperwork, and she's just like totally freaked out. And now we look at her, and she's over there taking the test, and it's a 10-minute test. My baby girl took 45 minutes to take this test. And the entire time that she was over there, you could physically see her body shaking. You could see her hair. She's got this big, gorgeous, curly hair, red hair. And it was just shaking from behind her because she was so freaked out, so nervous, so just, and Brian and I are just over there praying and encouraging, and, you know, because you can't do anything. They got to do it on their own. And she did pass the test. Praise God. I'm so excited. She doesn't have to do it again. But she had to push through that. And then we went out and we celebrated, and she was so excited, and she's just so bubbly. But as her mom, it was so much easier, would have been so much easier, just say, it's okay, babe. You don't have to. You don't have to. Don't go do it. Don't push through. It's okay. We'll drive you everywhere you have to go. She's 18. We can take her around. Between myself, my husband, the lady that works for us, we've got enough people. We'll take you everywhere you go. But in the end, what do I want for my daughter? I want her to be self-sufficient. I want her to push through. I want her to know that there's nothing you can be so afraid of that you cannot just push through. As scared as she was, as nauseous as she was, as freaked out as she pushed through, and she chose to do it. That's all this is. You, no matter what your fear is, no matter what excuse it is, you can push through. You can. It's how bad do you want it? Do you want it bad enough to go, you know what, this is just for a short period of time in my life. I can do it. I can overcome. I am bigger than this. I am better than this. I am capable. And just go out and do it. Because once you do it and you pull that Band-Aid off, you're going to find it's not as hard as you thought it was. How many of you are shocked at how much easier it is than you thought? You just can't keep. I am in your pocket. You can listen to me on YouTube all the time. I have so many different videos out there. Audios. Go to my audio page, and there are a ton. Put you in a bottle. See, just put me in your ear. Put a little earphone in, have it going, and just go out there and start handing people to people. Handing people, that'd be weird. Handing flyers to people. You'll be fine. All right, so I know I totally went over. I'm trying to keep these nice and short, but you get me talking and I can't stop. It's my best Arnold voice. Do it. Exactly. I'm telling you, just do it. All right, so we are going to go ahead. What would Shannon do? That cracked me up. I've seen somebody say that too. Singapore, nice. You guys can do this. You can. I want you to take your next steps. I want you to follow through. I want you to start getting more conversations going when you're doing it so that you can start setting up appointments. Tomorrow we're going to do the catalog introduction and show you how we go through those steps. That's what we want to do. The question on the venue. Venues. You can do, there's not a wrong place to do it at. You can do your meetings absolutely anywhere you want. Like I said, I charge $5 per person, and then first-time guests are free. And so it's like a coupon that they have to use at the bottom of the paper. So they get a hold of me for their coupon, and they bring them. The first time in listening to your scope, great. I'm so glad you were here. I'm so glad you guys are all here. I am loving sharing and encouraging you guys, and we will get this posted as quick as possible, and I will give Brian my phone so he can get all the old ones on there. All right, guys. Love you. Wellness, purpose, and abundance to each of you. Got your time. If you didn't finish them yet, put your shoes on and go do that.